What's up, my YouTube friends? This is Mrs. Emmett and Mr. Emmett. We're sitting here having breakfast, and we were just talking and dialoguing, and we're going to dialogue right now with you guys. So, welcome. Come on in. Comment, like, subscribe, get mad, post what you want to post, do what you want to do. But I don't know if you guys are aware, but there is a new launch for a ALM, which stands for All Lives Matter. And this is, of course, to counter the Black Lives Matter group who have done nothing for blacks, have no intentions of doing nothing for all blacks. And I think it's time for us to separate black folks from niggas or Negroes. Let me say that. We can't say Negroes. Because when you go into Lowe's and you get a black lamp, it says Negroes. So we have to separate because all of us are not black. And I hate pulling the race card because that's what they do. But black in the form that they use it, we all just don't agree. The whole Black Lives Matter thing, it's no way you're going to tell me that that's about blacks when black people were actually killing blacks. There's no way you're going to tell me that that was about helping us. We have lost our way in terms of what really needs to happen in a black community to help us. We don't need riots. I don't need you to pull down a statue. I don't need none of that. What I need is to demand that more black businesses infiltrate our communities. We have less churches on our corners. We have 7 churches on our corner, 8 liquor stores, and 20 Chinese people, and they all surviving. And they all the Chinese people selling the same thing, mumbo sauce and chicken wings, and they all still surviving, but it's no black businesses in our streets, and that's due to us. And I think that if we're going to have a movement, our movement should be about something and seeing tangible evidence of something. Mr. Emmett's going to come in here in a minute. I just read something where they were talking about putting Harriet Tubman on $1, and black people are getting with Negroes are getting happy about that. For what? The dollar means nothing. Like you people have to wake up, and smell the Folgers, whatever you drink. Like you got to wake up and stop celebrating that all they do is give us marches and statues and entertainment and sports and sex and what else, babe? Chicken wings and mumbo sauce and go-go's and, even down to DC making go-go the national music or whatever they call. I mean, how ignorant is that? They give us go-go and we're happy about that. We're celebrating in the street like animals, like park apes, jumping around because we got go-go music. Like, it just is, it's insane. It's insane. They're giving you go-go, but then legalizing weed. It's insane. Then I want to talk about Kamala Harris and her communist agenda, which is to something about equality to equality, or we all got to be at the same place. How do we do this? I'm going to get Mr. Emmett to come in and say something about everything I just elaborated on. But guys, we are starting the ALM. And we're also starting a Falling Angels blacklist. And that list is going to consist of all the falling angels who are being used demonically. AE, AOC, I'm sorry, I keep saying AE, IE, AOC, Nancy Pelosi, Mike Pence. And we're going to tell you why, not just because of Trump or the news. We're going to tell you why. Like, I don't know if you guys really took a look at AOC and this young chick and what she's doing, but we got to come together and fight back. This is now, to me, bigger than Trump. In a sense, I'm glad that Trump is out the way because I get to see more. I get to understand more in depth of their sickness and their demonic agenda that they definitely are carrying out for the globalist elite. We already knew about the Illuminati. Come on, stop acting like you crazy. Tupac told you that. We already knew about that. That's nothing new. Everybody knew about the Illuminati. Michael Jackson told you something was coming with his last tour, and he's dead. Tupac is not dead, but you get the point. But come on, guys. But anyway, Mr. Emmett's going to come in here and say some things. And we're really sitting here eating breakfast. This is not going to be long. We probably come back with a second video. But yeah, it's time to separate the Negroes from the blacks, because there's a big difference, because something is wrong, because Black Lives Matter do not represent me. Kamala Harris is not my pick for black vice president as a black woman. There's so many prestigious, classy black women that we have to model after, and she's none of that. And I'm not here to judge her, but I'm here to put her up to the same standard in which she has held other politicians to, i.e. Trump. Okay? You want to keep telling me Trump grabbed somebody's P-U-S-S-Y? Well, at least he's a man. Okay? He's not gay. And also, what's the difference when she slept with a married man? So my point is, none of us should throw the first stone. All of us are sinners. All of us has fallen short. So let's not make it about Trump grabbing this and Kamala doing this. And I mean, come on. I say my favorite thing I say all the time. Jay-Z was allowed in the White House to do music, and he referenced black women as bees and hoes, all women for that matter, including his daughter, Blue Ivy. So, but yet they want to tell us that's for entertainment purpose, but Jay-Z is Obama and Michelle's top man. Okay? So we got to look at these things. Look at our leaders. They don't encourage black kids to be scientists and go to the moon and different things like that. They're encouraging them to listen to Jay-Z and Diddy and all this foolishness, and Beyonce and we run the world and we run the world and we run this mother. No, we don't. All right, MF shaking his head. I'm going to pass the mic to MF, but we are going to talk about this extensively, because this foolishness must stop with you.
That was awesome.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
No, I just think that one of the bottom line principles here is that we make everything about color. Mm-hmm. And what people have to understand is that to the white man, when you make everything about your skin color, you are showing him your insecurities. See, even when I talk to people and people say, you know, Jesus is black and all of this, let me say this. I know he wasn't white. It's clear the air. But whether he was black, brown, tan, beige, doesn't matter, because we're talking about spiritual principles here. And my point in saying that is to say that black people always want to attach a color to something to give them a sense of self-esteem. And that's what happened with Kamala. And then you go back a little further, that's what happened with Barack. Everybody, because he was black, you know, voted for him. Kamala Harris, I'm not saying the same thing happened, but there was still a large percentage of people who did the same thing because she says she's a black woman. So I think that there has to be a serious understanding of why we have such an identity crisis. And the funny thing is, we keep fighting for an identity, but we still don't have no rights.
Exactly.
You know, we give all our rights away to the LGBTQ community, and we push for them to have rights and be treated the same, but it's been 47 years. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. 57 years since the Civil Rights Act was passed, and everybody still has more rights than black people. So, and then you talk to certain people, well, Black Lives Matter was more or less about us being oppressed from the top, not black on black crime and things of that nature. Okay, cool, I get it. But at the same time, again, I still say what I say. A lot of the oppression at the top, because we keep looking for the government or the man, the white man. We keep looking for somebody else to give us a handout or an identity when we all could come together and do something without them. But we keep running to them to tell us who we are, to tell us if we free or not, to tell us if we have a job or if we don't, or if we're doing a good job. But we keep looking to the government and to the white man for approval. And when I say white man, even though I say color don't matter, I say that because of the weakness of your mental state, to get you to understand what I'm saying. With truth be told, we shouldn't be looking to anybody outside for an identity. We shouldn't. But that's the biggest problem with black people. There's no identity. To the point you got people pretending they Egyptian so they can have self-esteem.
Come on.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So I think that it just has to be a serious
soul searching.
An evaluation.
Yes.
A serious evaluation. And just because somebody tell you something bad about somebody else doesn't mean that it's true, and it doesn't mean that it's false. You should do investigating of your own. And because everybody knows black people don't have an identity, everybody knows you can tell them anything and they'll believe it because they don't have anything inside of them to hold it up against, to measure. There's no yardstick. So a lot of the things that we've heard in the media, people play on, the emotions of black people because we're so emotional about everything. We're so attached to everything but don't have nothing. So it's just ridiculous. But we'll get into all of that later, even more in depth. But at this point in time, I just think with the way the country is going, and just a special addition to all of the black churchgoers, the black Christians, we're heading towards the New World Order. And getting Harriet Tubman on money don't matter because they're about to get rid of money. And we're heading towards the New World Order where even our faith is going to be tested. A person's convictions are going to be tested. And where we're going, you're going to be put in a position to really have to stand. And it's not about no prosperity gospel because that's not going to save nobody. All of them years sitting in church and black people still don't know who they are. Still don't know who they are. So we'll go a little bit further into that. But at this point, it's an identity crisis. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
So, guys, with that being said, remember that our videos is always about giving you information. Let's read together. Let's come together and reason together and figure it out for ourselves. We're never here to tell you what to do, how to think, how to feel. If it sounds that way, that is not our motive. We believe in giving people information because we perish because we lack knowledge. We are Christians for real. And a lot of people saying they're not going to use that word, even though Jesus didn't call himself. So we are like Christ for real. And that means that we are real. We are real people with real issues. And when we have issues, we don't need the media to come tell us what we is or somebody try to expose us. We will expose ourselves to you. If we're wrong, we will repent. And that's just simple. It's just real. And I just think that it's time for us to wake up. It's so many things that we need to talk about, get into, but we'll do that on the next video. But don't forget to like, click, and subscribe and all that good stuff. We just want the message to get out so that we can unify. Again, ALM, All Lives Matter. And we are doing the Falling Angels Blacklist and describing why we're putting these people on the list. And we're not blacklisting them. We're going to pray for these strong demons. They're strongholds that are sitting up in our governments. We're going to pray for them. We're not going to tell them they can speak, not speak, or we can't because we don't have that type of influence to do it anyway. Let's like really be real here. So, but anyway, appreciate you guys. Peace out, and we'll be back.
It wasn't recording. I mean, that audio off.